Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Turin here, and I am proud to bring you guys the submissions from the Realm of the Wood Elves DLC thumbnail contest. I'm really excited. I had a ton of fun going through. We got about, I believe, 40 to 45 submissions, so definitely a great turnaround, considering some of these actually seem to have taken a lot of time to make. So very awesome stuff. But anyways, guys, the format is going to be I'm going to go through all of the thumbnails one by one. I'm also going to give some commentary on them and just my not my opinion per se, but I'm just going to kind of go in and talk about them a little bit because they're just so great. And I'm really excited to share them with you guys. So how the voting is going to work, you guys will see on the right hand side of the video. So if you're looking right now, you see where Orion's hand is, where he's holding the horn. It's going to be right there. There's going to be a number. So it's going to say 1 through, I think 42 is the total number. So essentially, when you see the thumbnail that you want to vote for, or your favorite one, just go ahead in the comment section below and just put the number. So if you know, obviously the fifth thumbnail is your favorite and it's labeled as number 5, all you got to simply do is put 5 as a comment, or however you'd like in the comment section below. And from there, when the Realm of the Wood Elves DLC comes out on the 8th, so when I get back from work, so we'll just say 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, as I live in California, I'm going to tally up all of the different votes, and from there, we will pick the winner. So I'm really excited for this, and hopefully you guys don't mind that format. I thought it was a little easier than kind of sending you guys to a third-party website, making you give your emails, all that type of thing, and of course, we're keeping it all in the YouTube family, so it should be a good time. So without further ado, let's get right into the first thumbnail. So right now, you guys look over before we get started, you can see that we have number 2 over there, the labeling on the far right side. So again, if you want this one, for example, you would just put 2 in the comment section below. So anyways, we got Indiana Jones here. We got a squig who has replaced the boulder. It looks like definitely a bad time for Indy, and it's pretty great. I like that. He did a pretty good job of actually covering the entire boulder with the squig. So very well played there. Very nice, nice design. Definitely better than... Man, yeah, you guys your thumbnails, just wait till we get through all of them. It's putting me to shame. You guys are going to put me out of business. So on to number 3. So here we got going back to the biblical times, and we got Kolek over here reaching out to Grimgor. Something I didn't notice about this one at first was that there's a bunch of squigs actually up with Grimgor up there floating. And this is definitely a good one. Kolek's got his dong hanging out. It's a good time for everybody. So definitely thank you for submitting this one. I really dug it. So. Next, we got Grimgor. He's looks like he's Ubering ET around. This is obviously one of his side gigs. So when he's not, slaying dwarves or bringing the wa to people, this is definitely his fun time. So this is pretty good. Man, these are so great. So here we got Orion. Something that I noticed right away about this one was the fineness of the craftsmanship. So if you guys look like at Orion's head and around the horns, there's not any like of that, because when I cut the heads off things to like kind of copy and paste them onto things, you can always see there's a little bit of fuzz because my hand like shakes and I don't really like take a lot of time to kind of polish the edges of things, but you can see the head was transposed pretty well onto this frame. So definitely the Orion Hunter is looking good, and thanks for the submission. Here we got a little bit of Gender Bender Grombrindle, and it looks like he's chopping some Durthu over there, which is very thematic of the Realm of the Wood Elves DLC. And something that I've always thought was, one of the most integral parts of a great thumbnail is leaving the shutter stock, or the what is that called when I guess the copyright layering or whatever on the thumbnail that you stole it from. So definitely one of my favorite things. Always a cheap laugh and a great thumbnail. So that's number 6. Going on to number 7. This one was pretty great. It took me a while. I actually didn't realize that was a beaver. But it is indeed Grombrindle on a beaver eating Durthu. So very good. It's what I look forward to doing on the first few days of the DLC launch, is getting in there and chopping some wood with the dwarves. So you guys, that'll actually probably be what I'll do before I even get into the Wood Elves gameplay, is just go straight into the dwarves. So great thumb, man. Great thumb. And this one, it looks like we got, I don't think that's New York City, but we got some wood elves and some, tree ants running around, or tree men, I think is actually what they're called. I'm so used to kind of the Lord of the Rings lingo, but they're just taking a casual stroll. Looks like they're heading over to Wells Fargo, got some checks bouncing, all that kind of stuff. So definitely a good one. Let's keep moving along. Number 8 there. Here, this is a good one, and there's a lot of hidden gems in this one, actually. So he actually took my face. Looks like he put some glasses on me and put some salty tears in my hands. We got Creative Assembly over here. We got Kolek, and if you guys take a look at Kolek, so he has his arms crossed, and he actually has a hammer going up. So that very fine craftsmanship there. He actually has the hammer like going up, and Kolek is like grasping it. I thought that was pretty cool. Then of course we got Manfred over there smoking some blunts, as well as myself. And we do have a Slayer over there stomping on the head of Orion, which is definitely awesome. Approve that. And then if you look in the background, there's some Easter eggs. I actually didn't notice these. I looked at the thumbnail like 3 or 4 times. Didn't notice it, but it looks like we got an Heir of Carthage logo back there. We got, it looks like Milk and Cookies. And yeah, there's a few other ones. And there's someone on the boat up there. I can't quite make out who that is, but yeah, definitely awesome stuff. So that's number 9. Let's keep going. Right here, this is pretty great. Looks like we got Grimgor. He's roaring over there, getting ready to sumo against Karl Franz. Definitely a good time. Karl's got his diaper riding pretty high up there, and definitely looking like a rough matchup for the Empire here. So hopefully Karl can survive, especially with the nerf to the health potions. Well, I suppose he can never use one in the first place, so it doesn't really affect either of these guys. But great sumo thumbnail. Yeah, this was something I'm surprised I didn't think of. I really like the martial arts thumbnails and just putting like their heads on like UFC fighters, but good thinking here, man. Getting the sumo in here, definitely mixing things up a little bit. So let's move on. Number 11. So what is this movie called? Django Unchained. So we got Turin Unchained with a nice Total War logo there. Very, very good. We got a Warrior of Chaos on the right. We got Archaon in the middle, and it looks like Kolek over there. And looks like one of his horns got mangled a little bit, but hey, it's the cost of battle. So definitely dig this one. And yeah, you inspired me, man. I got to do more movie posters. Definitely something I've been slacking on, but this is pretty great. Thank you for the thumb, man. So on to number 12. Here we got Grombrindal. Again, the wood chopping thematics I think are very strong with this DLC contest. It looks like he's going to chop some Durthu. Very, very good. Something that I always have trouble with on the... and that's so cool. If you guys look up top, it actually says Realm of the Chopped Elves. That was so well done. I actually didn't even notice it at first. I did not notice that till just now, that it actually says Realm of the Chopped Elves. So that's pretty darn great. So very, very well played in the design here, man. Appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing your thumbnails in the future. Number 13. Looks like we got a little Tiananmen Square here. We got the Empire, and I feel like this one might be a little dated because the Dwarves, they don't have it so bad against the Empire anymore, but this is more of like a week, 1 or 2 kind of launch thematic here where we got the Empire kind of rolling over the Dwarves. But, the Dwarves, of course, they don't give up. They stand there. They're troopers. So thanks for the submission, man. We're going along. Number 14. Oh, man, we got the French Revolution here. This is great. We got King Louis up here. His breasts showing. Definitely ready to party. He's got his Bretonnian flags up here. And I think this is a peasant. So we got some peasants. And nice. The beastmen getting stomped out. Definitely, the men-at-arms and the peasants and all those guys do a pretty good job against the beasts. So definitely very thematically accurate there. So we got paladins. We got peasants. We got the whole works. And I don't think there's a damsel there anywhere. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any damsels. Looks like King Lewin took her spot in the art. So very, very awesome. Very, very quality stuff. And, something that I've often found is pretty great is like when there's a little bit of pixelation, it actually makes the thumbnails a bit funnier because it kind of accentuates the haggardness of it. But very, very great one here, man. Number 14. And now we're on to number 15. So when I first saw this one, I actually thought to myself, I'm like, did he just take this from some fan art website or something? But I actually emailed him back, and it turns out the guy designed this from scratch. The animations, the everything is from scratch, and I was pretty amazed. This is some high quality stuff. So, I'd like to even use this like as a banner on my channel or something. This is so darn good. So great thumbnail. It looks like we've got Durthu or one of the tree men over there getting ready to feast on some beast. Cook him into some Angus steak over there. Well, probably won't cook him. Looks like he's just gonna eat him raw. And man, that guy is scary looking for sure. So. Man, very high quality design work there. Got to give you props, man. That is great. So let's keep moving on. Looks like we got Ghostbusters. I'm a huge fan of the Ghostbusters, the OG one, of course. Looks like we got a Bright Wizard. We got Karl Franz. And what is that? Is that an Empire captain? It looks like he's wearing glasses. Did you actually just get glasses and kind of put them on there, or is his eyes just kind of faded? If so, it's pretty nice, high quality work there. And we got a Warrior Priest, of course. He's got his neck guard on. He's ready to battle some ethereal dwarf lords or some hex wraiths or something like that. So very, very good stuff. Always like the Ghostbuster one. I think I actually did one similar, but it was a little bit different. But this one is definitely good stuff, man. That was number 16. Now on to number 17. Sometimes, guys, simplicity is great. Looks like we got a damsel. She's ready to party. Definitely looks a little bit triggered, but she's pulling up the bicep, getting ready to Curse of the Midnight Wind some hoes and just get down and dirty. So definitely a good one there. Number 17, guys. And let's keep moving along. Here it looks like, yeah, give me a second to think about this. I think that is LMFAO, which is, I don't know if you guys know, but I think it's like an American kind of not hip hop, but kind of electro pop kind of duo, but it looks like we got a Sigvald who, sometimes when you get those cuts where like the hair is just like, it's so pixelated, and then like his chin is missing. And I've done that because I don't really have a steady hand, actually, believe it or not. I got in a really bad car accident a few years back, and my hand like constantly shakes. So after I play a few games, I have to like usually break for a second. So when I'm like doing thumbnails after my game, sometimes I just like cut off chins or ears, and this one made me think of that. And looks like we got the Archaon over here. This one's pretty good as well. So very awesome stuff, man. Number 18 there. Number 19, okay, we got, looks like we got some Blues Brothers action going on. I'm not sure if this is from something, but I always kind of like the group photos where you get, like multiple different characters you can incorporate. It looks like we got Wurzog, we got Grimgor, we got Skarsnik. It looks like we even got a troll. And I don't think I've ever actually used a greenskin troll in a game, nor have I used them in thumbnails. So definitely, maybe I got to change things up over there. Looks like we got some sort of a goblin big boss type unit over. It looks like he's from the campaign, and I actually don't play the campaign myself, so yeah, you guys believe it or not, I've actually never played a campaign all the way through. The first time I ever fired up Warhammer, Total War Warhammer, I actually just went right into a multiplayer game. I didn't even mess around, but yeah, I got to get into those campaigns for you guys. And it looks like we got a Night Goblin over on the far left. So number 20, about halfway through, guys, right here. This is high quality, just, got the select tool, just kind of cropped off the head. And when you look at Durthu's kind of, not antlers, but kind of leaf horns there, it's very fine, detail to go through. So he just got straight to business. Looks like we got some Dr. Seuss action going on with the complaint blocks. And hopefully the Wood Elves will be complaining when they're getting stomped out by the dwarves. So great submission, man. Much appreciated. Number 21, this one is pretty great. That's kind of the style up top. I approve. That's kind of how I do it when I want to kind of superimpose like a new name on something. I just get like a white box. So very, very great. It looks like we got the Dawi dynasty. We got High King Thorgrim over there. And the beard is it matches up well over there. So very well played. Very, very good artistic direction. And it looks like we have, what was that, Ungrim? We got Grombrindal, and we got Belagar. So we got the full house. So my only critique, well, actually, no critiques, really. I mean, I was going to say the beard of Grombrindal matches. The only guy on the far right obviously has brown hair, but very well played. Got the whole clan there, the whole dynasty. And I like that. I'm going to start using that Dawi dynasty. Very, very nice. So that's number 21, guys. Number 22, we got some Transformers action. So we got the logo, we got the sword superimposed on there. That's pretty great. And then, of course, we got the head. The head's pretty well done. I got to admit, he took the time to go through and kind of do some fine circling around the kind of the leaves up there. Very, very well played. And, of course, I always love me some Optimus Prime. It was one of the first things I used to watch when I was a kid was the original Transformers series. Definitely love that stuff. So very well played, man. 22. Now we're on to 23. This one's pretty great. It looks like we got Iron Man, who's Archaon Never Chosen, and we got Captain Grombrindal over there doing a nice little shield block. So Grombrindal's ready to party. He has no fear. It's pretty great. I'm a big fan of the Marvel universe. Always been a fan of the comics. Read that stuff. So very good stuff here. And I was kind of wondering. I'd never done any Superman type stuff, or not Superman, but Marvel thumbnails, which definitely inspired me, man. So very, very good stuff here. And that's number 23. 24 looks like, I think that's Trump and Hillary. I'm not sure, but I like how Trump is a savage orc. I've always thought that Trump was more of an Archaon type, Trump the Ever Chosen, bringing the end times, all that kind of stuff. But it looks like we got a savage orc as Trump with his little hands there pointing at, looks like Hillary is a banshee. So very fitting on both ends. Very fun stuff. And this one's good. We haven't had too many political thumbnails on this channel. I think I did one with Trump with Make Chaos Great Again, where I put a Chaos Lord on him. But this is some good stuff, and it's nice to mix it up a little bit. We got some political stuff. We got some comic book stuff. It's all good, guys, and that's number 24. On to number 25. This one is pretty great. This has a lot of hidden gems in it. If you look, the face fits perfectly right. We got a Knights of Ni from Monty Python, but a few things I didn't notice. So one, he actually put the ears on the outside. So he actually put the ears of Orion on and the horns too up top. So he actually has the Orion's horns up there as well. They actually fit pretty well over the top of the helmet. So very, very well played there. I definitely approve that, man. Very good work, and looking forward to seeing how you do. So that's number 25. Here, it looks like we got Orion. He has been superimposed on a goat, and he is smoking a Durthu blunt. So very, very good stuff, and kind of seen a theme. I think there was about 5 or 6 thumbnails where a blunt of some sort was being smoked, or some sort of a tree. But I guess it is a Wood Elves expansion, so that makes sense. But pretty great, man. Definitely a quick laugh here. So very, very solid stuff. That's number 26. 27. I'm not sure what's going on here. It looks like that woman is just kind of randomly put in the middle of this thumbnail here. She's pointing at me. I guess she's telling me not to do that. So my face has actually been superimposed on the giant, which is pretty great. I got a nice little beer gut there going on. I got a little loincloth covering business up. Definitely good stuff. Just, there's kind of this theory is just the direct, absurdity, just something so absurd that it shocks you. And I think just having her in the middle of the picture does that. And it was pretty great. So very, very solid thumbnail there. Always a good time seeing my face on a big, disgusting giant. So fun stuff, guys. It's number 27. We're on 28. We got the Lord of the Dance going on. This is another one that just kind of shocks you when you first open it. Just seeing, the Ungrim Iron Fist doing the freaking splits here is pretty great. So the Slayer King would be proud. I don't know if he could actually do this. I get the vibe that he's not the most flexible dude, but hey, you never underestimate the Dawi guys. So definitely very great. Lord of the Dance, Slayer King, Dancer King, whatever you guys want to call it. So that's number 28. 29. This one is pretty good. It looks like we got Guardians of the Grove here. We got Groot, and we got, looks like we got, I didn't notice that. We actually have the raccoon. We have a Rocket Raccoon over there, too. I didn't see that for the longest time, but we got Groot, we got the raccoon, and of course we got Star-Lord over here on Orion. So very, very cool stuff. And he even put some text in there with I am Groot. So yeah, this one's great. Timely. I think the trailer actually just came out for the new Guardians of the Galaxy, but sure it's going to be good. I really like the first one, actually. So that's number 29, guys. We're getting there. We're on to number 30. Number 30, this one was pretty great. Grombrindle kind of gives off that perception of being like the crazy uncle, and when you think of crazy, you think of cats, and we got all of that in this picture. So we got the crazy Uncle Grombrindle with his crazy cat, so he's the crazy cat guy. It's very good stuff, high quality, nice little. He looks like he got a little haircut. He doesn't have that kind of poof he has going on, but he kept the mustache intact, which is key for sure. So very good, and that's number 30. Let's keep moving on. Here we got Corporate Grombrindle. There was actually a lot of Grombrindle submissions. So, aside from, rescuing the dwarves in their times of need, Grombrindle, unfortunately, like all of us, is a working stiff who has to go to his 9 to 5, and looks like he is not interested in that awful corporate meeting. And I definitely, this is pretty great. But, I can relate to this one. I definitely can. I do work a 9 to 5. I'm in an office, so I'm feeling you, Grom. I'm feeling you. So that's 31. 32, we got Grombrindle riding another, looks like a Dalmatian with his little Dalmatian suit on. And, again, just like when you see those watermarks left on there, that's always good for a laugh. So, and hey, it's giving a shout out to the photographer there. So very, very good stuff, guys. Looks like we got a Dalmatian. He's making some ground. I wish Grombrindle could be on a mount. Imagine how devastating it would be if he had if he could ride like a boar or some sort of like a mountain goat or something with that 500 weapon strength. Man, he would hit like a friggin' truck and just be scary. So that's 32. 33, we got some, what is this? Is this Office Space? Yeah, I believe that's Office Space when they're going to smash the fax machine. So we got, looks like Kolek. Of course, he would be the one smashing things with his big old beat stick there. We got, it looks like Archaon, the Ever-Chosen, glancing over at Kolek. And then, of course, we have my logo over there, which is pretty great. And my logo, actually, when you take it down, is it has a white background. So you actually went through the time to kind of crop it out and make it nice and tight around the edges. So very good stuff there. So I'm a big fan of this movie. So awesome thumbnail, man. And best of luck in the competition. So that's 33. Looks like we got some Jaws. This is pretty great. Like you actually can't even really see the shark. So I love Jaws. King Lewin, it looks like he's grown a little bit of a beer gut here. So looks like he's getting eaten by a Terrorgeist. But more, from my experience, King Lewin has been doing the beating on the Terrorgeist. So looks like he finally got his due here. Him and his potbelly are going down there, going to get eaten by that guy. So very, very good thumbnail there. I love the movie thumbnail. It's always good for a laugh. So that's number 34. 35, looks like we got Orion hugging a tree, getting down and dirty. Oh, and this is another one. And looking through all these thumbnails now, like I looked through them all, of course, when I was putting them into the slideshow, but I didn't really look in the background. But there's actually, it looks like Kazrak One Eye just lurking in the background there. That's pretty funny. And he's getting, well, I would say balls deep on that tree, but he's getting in there pretty good. So it looks like he's got a pretty tight grip on it. So very, very good stuff. I actually grew up in a very kind of hippy-dippy hometown where we had a lot of actual tree huggers who would either hug a tree if it was going to be like cut down by the city, or they would actually physically climb up into the trees and like chain themselves to the trees and like just sit there for days and like pee in cups and stuff. Very crazy stuff. So this one always made me laugh pretty good. So 35. 36, we got this one is pretty good. We got the old beater cars there. This looks like vampire counts. This is all vampire counts. It looks like we got a bat on there. We got all kinds of scary stuff. And I think is that Strigoi? That's not Strigoi Ghoul King. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I think that's a Vargeist over there. So I think this is some art outside of the Warhammer Total War kind of spectrum, but still in the Warhammer fantasy universe. But very, very good stuff. They're all squatting, getting their Slav on. So definitely very, very good stuff here. I like this one a lot. So that's 36. This is great. Lord of the Rings, always a sweet spot for me. So we got Azog, of course, on the Nazgul kind of Pimp My Ride mount over there, and it looks like he's got Skull Muncher there and everything. So Gandalf has been replaced by a Bright Wizard, but this week we're actually getting a legit, I think we are getting the Gray Wizard. I'm actually going to do a video tomorrow, either tomorrow or the following day, on kind of all the changes and go through my thoughts on all of them and that kind of stuff. But, we will be getting an actual Gandalf. But, Lord of the Rings is a sweet spot for me. I literally, when I am at my office and I'm at work, I actually work in an office by myself. So I have like a big TV set up in the corner, and I actually just like play Lord of the Rings, like the trilogy, throughout the day when I'm working, when I'm bored. So definitely a huge fan and a great thumbnail, man. So that's number 37. Number 38, looks like we got Durthu. We got him on Pinocchio with his big wooden nose, so he looks like he's been lying about being an effective general. He's got his sword, and this is pretty good. Pinocchio, man, I remember that one. I mean, obviously, there's a number of phallic jokes you can go. His, wood, phallic, whatever you guys want to say, but pretty good thumbnail here. And I think it's actually the only Disney one. Was there any other Disney thumbnails? I don't think so, but again, I think we still have a few left, so there might be, but great thumbnail, man. That is number 38. 39, it looks like we got a mama, what is that, a terrorgeist? We got a mama terrorgeist feeding an Empire captain to her chicklings, or her little chickling manticores down there. So pretty good. Definitely how it feels to play Empire against manticores nowadays with the new chaos. So you got that big scary Air Force coming. But yeah, imagine if the vampire counts could have, or is that a chaos dragon? That would make more sense. For some reason I thought that was like a terrorgeist, but then I looked at it closely and I saw the multiple eyes and everything. So yeah, it looks like that makes more sense. I was trying to think what like kind of the thematics there, but the Chaos Dragon is indeed feeding its brethren an Empire Captain, which I've been doing on ladder quite a bit lately. So very, very good here. Love this one. High quality stuff, and that is number 39. Number 40. Oh, I love this. This is great. We got some Army of Darkness stuff going on here. He's got the chainsaw, and I think that's a Bretonnian knight. So it looks like he's fighting against some vampire counts in the background. It looks like we got some Graveguard. We got some Black Knights, perhaps. Don't see any Blood Knights. Definitely looks like some Black Knights going on. So, man, I friggin' love Army of Darkness. And Ash vs. Evil Dead is great, too. I actually just started watching that. So this is definitely timely. Very, very good stuff. Looks like he's got a damsel. Looks a little different than usual. With the black hair. Most of the damsels I've seen have are blondes. But nevertheless, very, very good thumbnail. Appreciate it. It's simple to the point. And what's cool about this one actually is you get some unintended kind of like work in the background, because those units, those vampire counts troops obviously were already in the original art, so it can essentially just be inferred that they're Black Knights. So very, very good stuff there. So that's 41. 42, it looks like nice. We got some good pixelation. That's always a sign of a solid thumbnail. Looks like we got a Cygor with an arrow in its neck. We kind of have a fairly diverse hunting party back there. So it looks like we got Zombie King Lewin. It looks like he has something on a pike there. It's kind of hard to tell what that is, but I think it must be like a head of a beastman or something. We got Durthu, and we got Orion with his kind of gestures jacket going on. So very, very good stuff. I like it. Always a good time taking down Cygors. So great thumbnail, man. That's number 42. Oh, this is a great one. I think this is actually the last one. Definitely a little more dong than I would like to see, but it looks like we got Karl Franz here. We got Ungrim. We got myself. It's very nice. We got a Night Goblin, and it looks like we have Azog and we have Archaon. So very, very good thumbnail. I've actually been to one of these in real life. It's pretty trippy. And interestingly enough, like when you see these guys, they're just so freaking dehydrated. They can like barely move. Like they're just like on the edge of death, it seems. But pretty crazy stuff and great thumbnail. Very, very good one to wrap it up. So that's number 42. So that's actually the last thumbnail, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun with it. It was just an absolute blast. So again, all you guys got to do is just go in the comment section below and just put the one you thought was the winner. And again, if you look over here, you can see my mouse right now. Number 42. For example, if you thought this was the best, put 42. 15 was the best, put 15. All you got to do is just leave it in the comment section. And, again, the day of the DLC, I'll actually tally it up and I'll call the winner. I have all the contacts, of course, for the thumbnail. So I'll reach out to you, let you know that you're the winner, and we'll be good to go. So thanks again, guys. This is really, really fun. I look forward to doing this again. And I think maybe we'll just make it kind of a tradition. Every DLC we'll actually just like go through and do a thumbnail contest of some sort. And, we'll add different parameters and different things like that to make it fun. But I thought this was a great fun thing. So thanks again, guys. I really, really appreciate your support. And I look forward to, seeing who wins. It's going to be a good time. So have an excellent night, guys, and take care.